What do your kids do after school? For us, our afternoons are generally quite predictable because my kids and I, we follow an after-school routine. More predictability leads to less anxiety. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can set up an after-school schedule with your kids and also give you a peek into our weekday afternoons. If you're wondering how to start planning the day with your children, you can kickstart the conversations with this after-school checklist as well as a template that I have created. These printables are free for you from the HP website and you can click on the link below to download them. I've been using my trusty HP printer and the HP Instant Ink subscription service for all the printing at home. When ink supplies are running low, HP will deliver the ink cartridges to my doorstep at no delivery charge. This saves me so much time. And now you can save up to 50% on ink cartridges and even recycle the cartridges. Do you know that if you own or purchase any of HP's eligible printers, you can enjoy 3 months of free ink, and that is worth more than $200. This is regardless of black and white or color printing. Click the link below to sign up for HP Instant Ink. What do you do with your kids after school? Now, before I share our after-school routine, I want to provide some context. As I run my own coaching program, I have the privilege and flexibility to plan and organize my work as well as time with the kids. I know this is a privilege and I do not take it for granted. But at the same time, I want to acknowledge that there are many challenges as well with working from home and staying at home with the children, which I think many of us experienced during the COVID lockdowns. We all have different circumstances and I know we can make the best of whatever we can. So many of you watching are probably full-time working parents as well, and you don't have the time to spend with your kids in the afternoon. Maybe your kids go to childcare or after-school care, or they are taken care by grandparents. But regardless of how the schedule is like, I'm sure you can pick up a tip or two from how we can plan our after-school routine for children. I am a firm believer of having consistent routines and rhythms at home. Having more predictability can reduce anxiety in children. Even if your child cannot read the time yet, you can still create a routine with pictures and having sequence of events so that they will know what to expect. I will first show you our routine on a typical day before I share with you how you can organize it for your children. On a typical morning, I'll be working at home in my little workspace, which is just behind me. This is where I will reply emails, attend Zoom meetings, as well as to plan my masterclasses for my Sprout members. So Sprout is my parenting membership where I provide ongoing support for parents. So I needed to be very, very productive every morning because time is so scarce. When the kids are home, they're expected to keep themselves clean. So they'll have to wash their hands and feet, they have to take a bath. They generally remember to do it themselves, but there are times when I still need to remind them. My helper will prepare lunch for us, which is something I'm very, very thankful for. Then they will have to unpack their bags before screen time. So you can see right now they're having 40 minutes of screen time and they get to choose what to watch within the limits that I set. After snack time, they will start doing their homework and I will help them with revision, or we'll play some games or do some interest-based exploration. After keeping their homework and packing their bags for the next day, I'll bring them out for some outdoor play if the weather permits. Otherwise, we'll just play board games at home. The kids will then get to choose to read or do free play to unwind a little before dinner. And after dinner, they'll get ready for their bedtime routine, which includes a light snack, teeth brushing, bedtime story, a massage, and lots of hugs. How do we settle on this routine? Well, I give my kids a lot of agency when we plan our day. When children have ownership in planning the routine, they are more likely to follow through. So I will list down their priorities in a checklist like this. So these are the tasks that they have to complete after school, but they can decide the sequence of events. For example, to be clean, they have to wash their hands and feet and take a bath. To be healthy, they have to have their meals. They have to engage in physical activities. To be responsible, they have to pack and unpack their bags, complete their homework, help with their chores. And to unwind, they're allowed to have free play, watch some screens, and take a nap or read. So after the kids know their tasks, we'll then transfer this into an after-school routine template. So this is a template that I've created. What we'll first do is to block out the dates where they have extra classes and the time. Then we'll fill in the tasks accordingly, and the kids get to decide when or what time they want to do it. So having this template provides this broad overview, and the kids can visualize better on what they have, and they can always refer to it without asking me what they have to do, as well as to help me, check if perhaps they have excessive screen time or they have too little downtime. So this routine, after we have planned it, we'll paste it on the wall so that everybody can see it. You might be thinking, do the kids stick to the schedule all the time? Well, I would say most of the time, except maybe on days where we have movie nights or like play dates with our friends, then we'll forgo our plans. Another common question I receive from parents is, will having these routines cause their children to be rigid? And my response is no. With routines in place, it's actually easier for parents to introduce changes in small steps. For example, my kids are very familiar with our after-school routine, but if on certain days I have to conduct workshops or I have to meet people physically, then I will get my parents-in-law to help to pick them, and my kids will be fine because they have been very familiar with what they have to do, and it will not cause too much uncertainty and anxiety. If you're thinking, Jacinth, I only end work at 6 p.m. and when I pick the kids, it's really so late, I need to rush them to bed. How am I going to get them to have free play, to have screen time, do their homework and revision? Well, you can't, and you don't have to. Think about what works best for your family. Some things have to take a back seat. We have to accept the trade-offs for every decision we make. So perhaps you can think about how you can fit your activities into the time that you have. Perhaps your kids don't have to practice their piano every single day, or they can do revision on weekends and maybe even have lesser screen time on weekdays. As busy parents, we know that we can do things to make our lives easier. For example, having more machines to help us, like a dishwasher, or perhaps you can even order takeaways so that you don't have to clean up and you can have less time, cleaning up the house and more time with the kids. Regardless, I think it's important to plan and make decisions that align with your parenting goals. For me, I treasure the relationships I have with my children, so I always try to make time for them. I also realize that when I fill up their love tanks, they can play independently more often, and this also gives me a breather and more time to do my own stuff. If you don't have an after-school routine, you can start creating one with your children. Having an after-school schedule has saved me a lot of nagging because the kids know exactly what to do. You can start small. It can just be simple pictures of the schedule for the little ones, or even just a list for the older children. My top tip is to always involve the children so that they feel a sense of autonomy and they're more likely to cooperate. I hope you find these two templates helpful. You can always download them for free from the HP website, and I've added the link in the description below. If you have school-going children, another video that might be helpful for you will be the one here where I share 10 tips to motivate children to study and do their homework. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next Motivation Monday video. Don't forget to subscribe and be notified when I upload new videos.